How's it going, YouTube? I'm FacecamNever, and welcome to Dysfunctional Systems, learning to manage chaos. I've been playing way too much Pokemon lately. My last 5 videos have been nothing but Pokemon Gold and Showdown. So I figured to take a break from Pokemon, get some other stuff out, and I got Eleanor recently, and I gotta find the patience in me to wait for that to put itself together. So I'm gonna do this. Let's load. Let's open. And I don't really remember everything that happened last time, so let's just keep reading. I focus this thought, open the codex, and the device recognizes the command as if it's linked with my mind, which is awesome. A tiny holographic screen emits from the device's rather inconspicuous fashion, yet still in an acceptably reasonable size. I begin to navigate the database, searching for, well, let's see, Sewell, Brighton, Gabriel, and Ferdia. 2, I suppose. I think I'll leave Fusion Bomb for last. Ah! Boom. Done. I'm not reading that. Certainly, this is amazing. I smile pleasantly in admiration of technology. Most unfortunately, my smile is very, very temporary. As it turns out, the fusion bomb is incredibly horrible. It is a weapon that will detonate and destroy everything in a very large radius with a disturbing rapidity. In its wake is a kind of miasma so powerful that it sticks to place several decades before dissipated. I forgot how hard to freaking read these words. It causes sickness to those who did not die and greatly increases the chance of cancer and mutations in the children of the survivors. Once again, I am confronted with a sense of unreality that has persisted since my introduction to the Midoriya of Oh, did I just say that? I'm gonna have to get a censor sound for that. I'm gonna turn on the volume though. It's loud. Much better. This is not even something you would read about in storybooks. This is not a thing one can imagine. Why would you kill somebody else? Why would you kill hundreds, thousands, millions, and what's more, with such effects? What does that accomplish? Freaking... I haven't done this in a while. They said I would not understand for a long time, and it would be covered later in my schooling, and that until then I would not be allowed to mediate wars. I need to understand this now, though. I may go down in a matter of hours. What will happen if I remain in this foolish ignorance of mine? My heart thumps and my stomach twists. I put my hand over my mouth and squeeze my eyes shut. I'm not the type to freak out, but I'm freaking out a lot today. Winter! Hi, Frank. Yeah, I remember that. Come on, calm down. We'll make it through this, you'll be better for it, okay? I close my codex and look at Frank, who has placed his hands on my shoulders. The gesture does not help. For some reason, it makes me feel worse. My heart tightens, and my tears escape from my lids. I feel the same feeling that comes when I imagine how it would be if my dad were to die, only the feeling is much more disordered and disgusting. I answered Frank with a wobbling voice, and my emotions are in tatters. I'm sorry, sir, but I don't understand. I'm sorry I'm stupid. Winter, come on. Hey, you aren't stupid. You're a smart girl. I am. I'm incredibly stupid, you know it. Okay. Winter has achieved teenage girl status. All she needs is a Starbucks coffee and we're good. You're just a bit hard-headed. It's okay. You're young, Winter. You're strong too. You're strong, Winter. I just don't get it. I'm sorry. I raise my head and look at his face. Oh, did he do a little jump? That's so cute. I mean, cool. Only pansies say cute. Through my tears, I can see that Cyrus's cheeks are more flushed than my own. He jumps a little, as if he were startled, and hugs my head into his chest. His heart is beating very fast, and I clutch the bottom of his shirt. When he speaks, his voice reverberates through his body in a powerful way. So powerful that I can even feel a little more confident. We will not fail. That's a nice little deep moment they just had there. I lift my head and look at him again. He shivers and looks at me from the fountain. I'll make sure of it. But only if you shape up.
I'm terrified.
I know. Okay. Let's finish this up, alright?
I push away from him and wipe my eyes and cheeks. I feel as though this is too much for me to take. It's hard to have faith in Cyrus. The further I go down the path of meteor, the harder it is to have faith in anything. Still, if I feel this is so wrong, then I ought to stop it, right? I should stop this all from happening. I should stop this war, plainly and simply. I steel myself and stare directly into Cyrus's eyes, sure to convey my conviction. Sir.
Yes?
I'm confident that we will succeed here too, and also make sure that we will not fail.
That mindset is good, Winter Harrison. Hold on to it. It's easy to lose. Oh, the music stopped. We're about to get deep into seriousness. I think. Alright, let's kill the president. Oh. Okay. Friggin' John Wilkes Booth. My soul decides to flee from my chest. What? What? That's the obvious course of action. Okay. Let's stop here for a second and talk about this. You want to kill a president, a political leader, and you expect nothing to happen. That's great. Okay, you're not from Earth, but god damn. Jesus. That isn't... No! No, it's not! That's the least obvious thing. Oh? Then what's the most? Talk to him? Convince him that he shouldn't do the thing he wants to do? Winter, we don't have time for diplomacy. What? Mediation is all about diplomacy! Sounds like a student knows more than the master. Just saying. No, it isn't. I shouldn't even have to tell you that. Mediators are simply neutral parties that enter worlds of problems, assess the situation, and solve the issues by whatever means necessary. You really are scum! Sweet insult. What? I look him in the eye, nearly snarling. What is it, sir? You think I'm deaf? Every student knows how you handle things. That's right, people talk about you. Everyone knows that you're murderous and cold. Ugh! The truth is coming out, and Cyrus looks like he wants to strangle us with bare hands. And don't talk to me like I'm that stupid. I remember what they said at orientation. I know what setting existence to balance is totally important. I know how needed it is, but I thought we were more heroic than that, and I can't believe I felt confident because of you. Do you even hear yourself? What is necessary? We shouldn't lower ourselves to that barbaric level. I'm really starting to tire of your lip, Harrison. Now listen here. Many in Brighton do not support aggression against Gabriel, I've heard. That's only natural. War is a terrible thing. Furthermore, while poverty extends far, it can be argued that the situation is for the best. Barnaby does not see that, though. He sees his own solution as the only solution. The people do not side with him. That, at least one issue that needed to be addressed. They must support him. They must feel as his decision is right. So I will kill him. In doing so, the blame should be placed upon Gabriel, and it should be clear upon the populace that they have an enemy to fight. What is he saying? Was all that talk before just preparing to accept this evil? To prepare me for these calculated deaths? You're not just asking me to support killing a man, are you? You're going to allow the nuclear bomb to be launched as well? Are you insane? I can't sit here and allow that. You've underestimated the plight of these people. For Barnaby, who has no real power, to wrest it for himself in such dramatic fashion suggests that he's not willing to listen to reason. If we had longer than 4 hours, then it would have perhaps been possible to change his mind. Possible. Nice. But like this, just forget it. That nuke will be launched. All we can do is unite these people before they go to war. We can still bring this nation into order. Order? Does that bother you? Stability is paramount, Winter. Arrgh. So cool your head. Ow. Think about this logically already. Being a mediator isn't a thing of emotion. That's... what? That's only your opinion. You're only one person. Don't act as though you know anything. I don't know a lot, but what I do know is that murder is the worst thing a person could do. So horrible and disgusting and terrible that we don't even write about it, and it never happens. You have no idea. What, you want to rebel against me again? I don't know. I don't know if I should, because you're kind of right, you... It doesn't look like it. They're so tainted by their troubles that it's doubtful I could convince the president to stop this. Killing him instead, though? Letting the nuke go off, too? I could even forgive myself to do that. Yet we probably don't have very much time. From what I've read and what I've heard, it seems that weapon can be released easily very, very soon. Winter. Blast, I need more information. Are you saying that preventing the launch and war is impossible? I had mentioned before that with luck it won't be. With the president gone and the only remaining leader being a backup, there may be at least a delay on the bomb, which could give us more time to attempt other plans. The death of the president could also lead to Gabriel taking Brighton much more seriously, since it signals a dangerous level of civil unrest. In which case Gabriel would probably leash this nation completely before they had a chance to launch the nuke. Alternatively, there is also a small chance, a very small chance, that Gabriel will give in to Barnaby's demands. In the likely case that none of these possibilities come to pass, however, you can still expect the relations between Gabriel and Brighton to proceed much differently from now on. Brighton citizens will believe that Gabriel has a stranglehold on them so complete that they can kill the president in less than an hour at the threat of aggression. Some will be in fear to rebel against such power, but many will be emboldened in the belief that Gabriel has gone too far. Once more, once the bomb has gone off, the citizens won't be afraid for much longer. The fusion bomb holds unprecedented power here. Nobody understands it, not even Brighton. It could separate these two muddled nations and produce a new order. As an added bonus, once they see its power and grow to fear it, the probable this world will never see a nuclear weapon launched again. If Barnaby were to launch it now without a nation's consent, the people would condemn him as a tyrant. It could lead to both civil war and international one. We need to make him a martyr, a hero in death. He will be a sacrificial symbol of Brighton loyalty, and people will follow him posthumously. Gracious. He seems to be sure of himself. Would it really be for the best? Would this bring about order? What should I do? Oh, snap. Finally! Something other than reading! Interaction! This is an important choice. Okay, let's talk this through real quick. We could follow Cyrus and kill the president. And doing everything that Cyrus said. And hoping that everything Cyrus said would happen. But then again, we can rebel and be like, dude, killing people won't solve the problems. It'll probably throw the people in a freaking typhoon of turmoil, and they'll be like, oh crap, someone killed our president. We're not even safe in our own country anymore. And then they'll start freaking out and rioting and throwing TVs into TV stores to steal TVs. That's probably what would happen. But, well, I agree with Winter that murder is a bad thing. It shouldn't be done, but Cyrus frickin' has frickin' logic behind his evil. So we will follow Cyrus. Achievement unlocked. Follower. Nice. Fine. Refuse to invest any more heart into this. It's out of my hands. I'm just here to watch, yeah? Then that's what I'll do. If Cyrus wants to go around murdering people and being a terrible person, I guess it's his prerogative. I'll just consider this an example on how not to be a proper mediator. This is all we can do, Winter. Yes, whatever. I must say that the thing I hate most about this is that he isn't even entirely wrong. Not about the murdering, that's definitely wrong, no question. It's just that I really don't know anything. Cyrus is a mentor. He's been doing this for a while. Evidently, from the candor of his voice, he's good at it too. Even if I took the lead, in the face of inexperience, anything suggests is likely to fail. It's so frustrating. Winter. I will follow you, but I hope you know that I won't be killing anyone. This is your bloodstained proposal, not mine. I'll watch, and I won't help. This is a fair way to go about this. That's all you're here for. That's right. I'm only here to watch and learn. That's all. As such, I stopped talking, and I just stared at him instead. Also, another thing, I don't really want to separate the duo, because we've been with these two the entire game. Like, I think it would just be stupid to break them up now. We need to find a library. Are you freaking kidding me? Are you kidding me? Episode 1. Very first episode. Winter was going on about how we need to find a library. To learn stuff. God dang it, Cyrus. We need to find out where the president is. We visited this world before, but it's not this country. We don't know where the government office is, or even if that's where the president will be. We'll need to learn more, and quickly. This feels like a lecture. Also, it's hypocrisy, Winter. You gotta remember. Wait here. He turns and runs off to a woman passing by, one of several women and men who seem to have begun filling the streets as the president's address assumably ends. Well, okay. I didn't exactly have the urge to flee just now or anything, although I wouldn't mind going home and ignoring all this. Demanding withdrawal is a failure, though, so I would stick with it. Granted, I'm sure they would make an exception for a situation as unique as this, but no. I had to see this through. I ought to see this through. I turned my attention back to my mentor, who has finally reached the woman. Until she notices him, she's wearing an expression so stern that I'm sure it would stun her, but after that point, she met with a bright face and a smile. He begins talking with her amiably, outside of my earshot, and I stopped paying him any mind. Something about high charisma of this now disgusts me. Perhaps it's the basely manipulative angle which he ultimately approaches everything. Ends justifying means, and needs to many... and... the needs of the many over the few. Various ridiculous philosophies. Even after having to be around him and feel gross and dirty, worse for being associated with him, especially worse for letting him do what he wants. But right, of course, I shouldn't let any of it bother me. Just as he said, my job here is to watch. This isn't my responsibility. Distanced from him now, I start feeling much calmer than before, and when he returns, I have settled down enough to feel oddly impassive about the whole situation. I just asked for directions. There's a library close by. Come on, we're running. With that, he takes off in a sprint, clearly slower than his true pace. I would guess for my benefit. For a second, I contemplate walking, but the reason promptly, and there's no point in making matters any worse. I follow, fast enough. And before we go to the library, I'm going to end this episode here. Thanks for watching. Leave a like if you enjoyed the video. Leave a favorite if you really enjoyed the video and thought this was one of the greatest things you've ever seen. Please hit the subscribe button. Thanks, and have a great day.